My name is Kiana and my conflict resolution skill is empathy.
What made you decide to participate in the conflict resolution module? Like when you heard about this program, what made you want to be here?
Because I have a lot of conflict in my life, like at school, out of school, at my house, like I'm just like around a lot of conflict and sometimes I don't know how to solve it, and this has been leading me to get in trouble a lot of times. But I have dealt with a lot of complicated situations, so now that I came here and I learned about different skills that I can use, I started using them in my everyday life so that I could get through the day and be a happy person.
Awesome. So what are you most proud of doing or making in this program?
We shared a presentation and I shared about my past fights with girls who haven't understood me and were talking really bad about me. And talking about that made me really think about how I impacted her and how she impacted me, and like she was a very close friend to me. So thinking about it now, I know now that fighting is not always the answer and that I should take precautions before people start talking about me, like just try to ignore them. The story that I chose to tell was about me and my mom and our arguments. So I decided to choose this because my mom is a very important person in my life, and I really value what she thinks about me and how she views me as a person, and I look up to her a lot. So here I decided to show, like, not an example, but to show what would happen if we did have an argument. So this is basically like the bad side. So I said, me and her are arguing about something and I don't want to listen. And she yells at me and we're both mad and the day goes really bad. So one thing I could do to improve the situation is if I would have listened, she wouldn't get as angry. So I need to think about her perspective. So that's basically the main thing about this whole thing, is looking at her perspective and how she thinks about me and how I think about her, just not being so selfish, but thinking about her too, because she's my mom. But she tells me to do something, I listen the first time, there's no argument, we are all in a happier mood, and if this ever does happen, I have to like talk to her about it and tell her how I feel about what she said about the thing and tell her I'm sorry. I think my skill, empathy, is the most important one, because if you're going through something, you need to know how the other person feels. Like, you just don't need to think about yourself, because sometimes you don't know how the other person feels, and that could really impact the person if you do something that somebody doesn't feel is right.